Fiancé Victoria Whitfield here from VictoriaWhitfield.com for your weekly love letter. It's my last day in Negril, Jamaica at Jackie's on the Reef, and I wanted to share with you one last vision of the ocean for your weekly love letter. This week, Source is really adamant about you understanding that your number one focus should be protecting your joy. What does that mean? Birds agree. Your joy is your song on this planet. It is your vibration that is unique to you. Joy is the most powerful vibration, other than gratitude, that we're capable of emanating as living beings. So you really want to protect the integrity of your joy. That's what Spirit wants you to know. So what does it look like when we're not protecting our joy? Basically, we are driven by whatever happens to us. So if someone has some snide remark to say, immediately you latch on to that and identify with what that person said. Or if there's traffic, all of a sudden the traffic has ruined your day. As if something outside of you can determine the quality and energy of the day that you're having. What are other ways that our joy can be affected or not protected is that we're also dependent on others for a sense of happiness or self-awareness. Whereas if someone, let's say you're in a relationship, decides that it's time for them to leave or time for you to leave, parting ways, your identity becomes shaken because you've given them so much power. Not only just a person, but what about loss of a job? So if your position at a certain company dissolves or you're let go, fired, etc., or you decide to leave, suddenly your identity shifts and then the depression comes, the anxiety comes, stress comes. All three of those, all of the above, are present. They are all forms of dis-ease, by the way, not just disease, but dis-ease. Disease becomes present when we are not protecting our joy. In the energy I just heard from someone, I don't even know what makes me joyful though, Victoria. That, this week in particular, you want to investigate. So, some examples of things that make me joyful is being outside in nature. Bubbles, as you know, most of you know, I have bubbles tattooed on the side of my body because they represent innocent joy. Although it may be fleeting, it's beautiful, full of color, and immediate. So that's what bubbles represent. There's a long story behind that. If you ever want to know, just send me an email or ask me. I'm happy to tell you the whole story of this tattoo and also my relationship with bubbles. Speaking to people and learning more about other people's viewpoints bring me joy because I love diversity. I'm a very curious person, so finding out more and learning new things increases my joy. So these are all examples for me personally of what brings me joy. Hanging out with family and friends, laughter, being silly. Again, more things that bring me joy. But that's because I took the time to recognize this is something that brings me joy as Victoria. Like white roses, for example, bring me joy. What brings you joy? Is there a certain kind of music that you just can't help dancing to, right? Or is there a certain place that you love to visit that brings you joy? Or someone that whenever you talk to them or whenever you see them, you just can't help yourself. You're just so happy. Maybe your children or your animal children that bring you so much joy. Make a list. Source is very clear in the energy right now. Make a list of all the things that bring you joy. Joy is also defined by a sense of play. Whoa. I just felt the kickback in the energy from some of you saying, well, I don't know, like, my life is not playful. This is very serious. Like, I have a very serious life. I have a lot to do. I don't know what you're talking about play. I haven't played since I was a kid. You know, adults don't play. That's a load of crap. Your playfulness gives you energy. And playfulness protects and cultivates, increases your joy. Now, I just heard in the energy, why do we care about protecting our joy? Other than the fact that it is the highest vibration you can possibly emanate as a living being, it also has biochemical effects on your body. When you are feeling positive, when you are feeling creative, flowing, playful, in a feeling of humor or positive expectation, all of that just comes naturally as byproducts of joy, your body regenerates itself. Not only that, in terms of physical healing, but it also creates energy. Whereas a day was boring and long and slow moving before, if you can find a way to create joy for yourself, or I'm hearing in the energy, Abraham Hicks, if you've ever checked them out on YouTube, refers to this as getting into the vortex. If there's any time that in the middle of your day you're feeling slow or low vibration or exhausted, and you do something that creates joy in you, whoa, it's better than coffee, even better than wheatgrass to all my hardcore health nuts out there. It's a shot. It's a main line of energy that comes from nowhere but your own spirit. So other than the energy and the biochemical reactions that we have to joy, by the way, someone's telling me to remark, when we are sick in the hospital, the most important thing is to generate joy by any means necessary, because that'll get you out of the hospital and out of the sick bed way faster. It accelerates your recovery process. So just wanted to honor what one of the spirits were saying there. But also, it's the emotional effect. It brings you back to center. Joy is a feeling space of being in alignment with your most creative energy within you. When you are in alignment with your most creative energy, the opportunities, the solutions are endless. What does endless look like? Look at this. There is no end. The ocean goes all the way out to meet sky, and then it continues farther than your eye can see. So when you're in a joy-feeling state, what problems that seemed impossible to have solutions naturally just click in. Synchronicities and understandings or connections that couldn't have been made otherwise click in. It's the magic of being in joy.